This is part 2 of our unicorn crochet pattern. So part 1 will be linked in the description. That is for the head. Part 2 is for the body. So for this you just need some white chunky yarn and a 6mm crochet hook. So to start we are going to do a magic ring, and into that magic ring we are going to do 8 single crochets. After we have done our 8 single crochets, we're just going to tighten the centre of that magic ring, and then we're just going to tie it off with the rest of the yarn. So I'm going to do a double knot just to make sure that the centre doesn't unravel and it remains nice and tight. And then we're going to do a slip stitch into the first stitch just to join the magic ring together. And I'm just double checking that I do have 8 stitches in my magic ring. And then for round 2 we're going to do an increase, so we're going to do 2 single crochets into every stitch, and this will bring us to 16 stitches for this round. For round 3 we are going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then in the second stitch we are going to increase, and this will bring our stitch count to 24 stitches for round 3. For round 4 we are going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to increase. Now I'll bring our stitch count to 32 stitches for the end of this round. For round 5 we are going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase, and this will bring our stitch count for round 5 to 40 stitches. For round 6 we are going to do 4 single crochets and then an increase, and this will bring our stitch count to 48 stitches for the round. Round 7 will be the final round where we increase. So for this round we're going to do 5 single crochets and then an increase, and this will bring our stitch count up to 56 stitches for this round. For rounds 8 to 13 we are not going to be increasing anymore, we're just going to do a single crochet into every single stitch. So for every round we're going to remain at 56 stitches. For round 14 we are going to start to decrease, so we're going to do 5 single crochets and then a decrease, which will bring our stitch count down to 48 stitches. Following this, for 2 rounds, so rounds 15 and 16, we're going to do a single crochet into every stitch. So this will keep our stitch count at 48. For round 17 we're going to start to decrease again, so we're going to do 4 single crochets and then a decrease, which will bring our stitch count to 40 stitches for this round. For the next 2 rounds, so that's rounds 18 and 19, again we're going to just do 2 rounds of single crochet into every stitch. So this will keep our stitch count at 40 stitches for these 2 rounds. And then for round 20, we are going to decrease again. So we're going to do 3 single crochets and then a decrease. So after this, you have a choice. If you think your neck hole is too large for your head, then you can do 2 more rounds of single crochet. And then after these 2 rounds, you can do a third round where you'll do 2 single crochets and then a decrease. And after this, your neck hole should be significantly smaller than what it is currently. So that might be a better size for your head depending on how loose your stitches are. So after we're finished, we're just going to cut a tail about 30 centimeters in length, and then we're going to pull that through so we can tie off the end. And then taking our polyfill, we are going to stuff the body. I like to make mine nice and firm because the body has to support the head, so you don't want it too floppy because then it will be flopping around everywhere. So after we have filled the body with polyfill, we can attach our head on top of the body. So you can use stitch markers, pins, anything you like. I just like to pin it in place to make sure it's exactly where I want it, and then when you are sewing it on, it doesn't move around. So using our yarn needle and the tail we cut earlier from the body, we're just going to insert our hook into one stitch in the head, pull it through, and then we're going to reinsert our needle into one stitch from the body and one stitch from the head and pull that through. We're going to continue this pattern all the way around the head until you are happy that it is fastened securely. So again, in through the bottom of the body, in through one stitch in the head, pull it through. Then when you are happy that your head is fastened securely, you can just tie off a knot at the end, and then you can weave your end in through the body or the head. I like to just pull it out the other side, and then you just cut off the end of the yarn that's poking out. And then after you finish that, you should have something that looks sort of like this.